How would the world be if a prophet were living today? Hello, dear viewers. Today, we embark on a profound thought experiment. In the rapidly changing and complex structure of the modern world, what if a prophet were living today? In this age of technology and communication, how would they touch people's hearts? Prophets of thousands of years ago guided people and showed them the right path. Now, in today's world, what kind of change would a prophet bring about? Let's explore together. A prophet today would start by addressing the major issues facing the modern world. They would call for action to combat climate change and environmental pollution, emphasizing the need to protect nature and adopt sustainable lifestyles. They would highlight the disruption of nature's balance and the devastating consequences it brings. Social media and digital addiction weaken human relationships. Genuine connections between people are breaking down, with face-to-face communication being replaced by the virtual world. A prophet would emphasize the importance of human relationships and real connections, warning us about the dangers of the digital world. They would remind us that we need to strengthen our real relationships without getting lost in the digital realm. Poverty and inequality are among the greatest injustices of the modern world. A prophet would show ways to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, stressing the importance of sharing and solidarity. They would advocate for equal opportunities for everyone in society and urge us to work towards a world where mutual aid and justice prevail. Wars and conflicts bring pain and destruction to people around the globe. Peace and justice would be central to a prophet's messages. They would emphasize that peace is not just an ideal, but a goal to be achieved. They would discuss the importance of protecting peace, justice, and human rights, calling people to live in unity and harmony. A prophet's messages would resonate strongly in the modern world. They would deliver messages that touch people's hearts, inspire action, and drive change. They would advocate for education and healthcare access for everyone, stressing the need for fair and equal services across all segments of society. Helping and supporting one another would be one of the most important messages from a prophet. They would mobilize the community to assist those in need, aiming to reduce poverty and hunger. They would support the efforts of charitable organizations and remind people of the beauty of sharing and solidarity. Peace and justice would be fundamental aspects of a prophet's messages. They would convey that peace is not just an ideal, but a goal to be pursued. They would encourage people to live in peace, accept differences, and work together. They would advocate for a justice system that protects everyone's rights and respects human dignity. The protection of nature would be one of the important messages a prophet would deliver to the modern world. They would call for the preservation of nature's balance and urge everyone to take action to leave a livable world for future generations. They would stress the need to adopt sustainable lifestyles and show respect for nature. However, a prophet's messages would not always be accepted. Their teachings might be perceived as a threat by certain interest groups and those in power. Opposing views and resistance would arise. The media would become divided between supporters and opponents. Protests and conflicts would be inevitable. The winds of change brought by a prophet would lead to a significant struggle between those wanting to maintain the status quo and those seeking justice and peace. Nonetheless, despite all challenges, the prophet's messages would continue to spread. The economic implications of a prophet's messages would be profound. Their advocacy for reducing inequality and promoting fair distribution of resources might challenge the current economic systems. Businesses and governments would need to adapt to new expectations for corporate responsibility and environmental stewardship. The prophet might influence policies and inspire new economic models focused on equity and sustainability. Cultural and religious institutions would also grapple with the prophet's influence. Traditional beliefs and practices could be challenged or reinterpreted in light of the new teachings. This could lead to a renaissance of spiritual and ethical discussions, potentially bridging gaps between different religious and secular communities. The prophet's emphasis on universal values could foster greater interfaith dialogue and cooperation. In summary, the presence of a prophet in today's world would be transformative. Their messages would inspire action on critical issues such as environmental sustainability, social justice, and human connection. While their teachings could provoke significant resistance and challenges, they would also ignite a movement toward a more equitable and compassionate world. The prophet's impact would be felt across various sectors of society, leading to profound changes in how we address the pressing issues of our time. This thought experiment can inspire us to become better individuals in our own lives and communities. By learning from the messages of prophets, we can work towards a more just, peaceful, and sustainable world. Let's take a step together towards a better world. Let's share, support one another, protect nature, and advocate for peace. Shaping our future is in our hands. Together we can create a more beautiful world. Dear viewers, remember that each of our small steps can lead to significant changes. By imagining a world with a prophet today, let's think about how we can make a difference in our own lives. Let's move forward together towards a better future.